And before we let you go, we have a little surprise from someone who has traveled here from far away to give you a surprise message. And this is a friend to many of us, Mr. John Dupuy of Integral Recovery. And welcome, John.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, sir.
Hi, everyone. Well, I'm here as a representative of this thing that we've created called the Ken Wilber Gratitude Fund. And I'm serious. And let me give you a little background. I was trying to figure it out today. I think Terry said the fourth turning of the wheel of Dharma teaching event was to be 2 years in April. Is that correct? Anyway, I had dinner one of the nights. It was going on with Ben Gante of Integral European Conference fame and the Integral Academy in Budapest. And he had been to see Ken at his loft, or having dinner, and you showed up for it. Terry shows up for everything I'm at. Anyway, he actually showed up to dinner too. And he said, I had this intuition that we should come together as a community and support Ken. It's like, and at that point, Ken, you were really fragile. And your mind was really, it was really scary for me. Sometimes you'd screw up the colors and I was like, that's not Ken. And so that was a real mortal fear. And miraculously, you've made this amazing renaissance. But anyway, and so I had been reading the night before this third volume of Winston Churchill, biography by William Manchester, and it said right after the war, after he was kind of voted out of power, right as the war was ending, there were a group of people that said, well, Winston has given so much. He stood up as an individual and rallied Britain to stand against the Nazi juggernaut and probably saved democracy and freedom for another 50 years. Let's give something to this man who's given us so much. And so they called it the Chartwell Fund. And I was thinking, man, we should do that for Ken. So Bensei tells me that at dinner, and I had arranged to go see Ken the next day at the law. And we were talking, and I said, we were thinking, Bensei and I, that we should do this Ken Wilber, I don't know if we had the name at that point, Gratitude Fund. And Ken teared up, and he said, that is the nicest thing anybody has ever said to me. So I was like, oh, dear. I'm hooked. I got to do this. I said, okay, it's on. So it's been a real journey. Over the last year and a half, my dad passed away in May, and I spent a year and a half with my mom and dad caring for them, and I had to let go of a lot of my income-generating activities and just about everything. And when I would be weak, somebody else would come in. Bensei came in, and then we were looking around for another board member. And by the way, just the board members, Bensei and Lynn Feldman, who became the third member, we don't get paid. We don't get anything. So this is just a love. Our time is our love too. What we'd like to see is if people could just give. We've had people from 26 different countries released it on the iAwake list. Meta Integral, Thomas Hubel, the Austrian Jesus. And a number of others but there's other people that haven't and that are getting ready to, bigger list. So this thing is just beginning to roll. So my request, if this bothers you, then don't do anything. But if it feels right, then give. And we really like the sustaining gifts, whether it's $10 a month or $20 a month. I mean, for crying out loud, I pay $10 a month for Netflix. Which is pretty cool, but not as cool as this guy, okay? And this is not, it's not just about money. I mean, that's subtle energy too on some level, but it's about just holding this guy and in gratitude and letting him know how much we love and deeply appreciate it. And we have him here with us now. And I learned with my father that the time to give people love is while they're with us, And his demise is imminent, and so is mine, and so is yours, So we got to do it while we're here. So while while he's with us and we're together in this community, this song that's very precious, let's give him the support and love and the kindness so he can just never have to worry about this lower right stuff and know that the lower left is just there in excessive abundance, okay? And last thing is, This is not for integral projects. This is not for whatever. This is for Ken's personal support and personal sustenance, and for the overwhelming message of how much we deeply appreciate you, Ken. Seriously, deeply. You're a beautiful, beautiful man. And so that's what I wanted to say. And this is the, anyway, this is the first check. And there is a monthly coming in now. And we hope that will, just be ridiculous in its beauty and its outpouring. And it comes to me, the widow's mite. In the New Testament, Jesus said, the poor woman who gave something, gave a little of her, not very much, meant in God's eyes, the nothing or the very small something of those who had very much. So according to your faith, be it unto you, or according to your love. And anyway, it's an extraordinary opportunity, and this is finally, fulfilling something that was a real struggle to be born, but there was synchronicities, and the right people kept showing up, and the right things kept happening to make this possible. So, anyway, here you go.